Let's talk a little bit about Y2K aesthetic versus McBling aesthetic, because the late 90s and early 2000s are not the same thing as the mid and late 2000s. In other words, this is not the same as this. So the Y2K era was all about the future. Everything in and around the year 2000 was literally about the year 2000. Everything was branded about the millennium, everything was shiny, and everything looked very futuristic, or what we thought the future was gonna look like in the late 90s. Everything was shimmery, and silvers, blues, purples, and for some reason orange were really big color palettes. We had things like inflatable furniture and all these clear plastic electronics, even album covers. Like when I say everything was branded the millennium, like everything looked like this. The Backstreet Boys even literally named their album Millennium. And in fashion for everyday people, that really translated to, again, a lot of blues, a lot of purples, periwinkles, and a lot of like accents like this, like stars and glitter and like spacey things. There was also a lot of shiny fabrics, especially within this like specific aesthetic that was kind of like rocker, very Coyote Ugly. Looking back, the color palette is one of the biggest differences that I see between Y2K and McBling aesthetic. Everything had this sort of like pastel vibe. Again, everything was very like shimmery, very futuristic feel. Even though the colors and the fabrics were very futuristic, the cuts and the actual styles and silhouettes were still very, very 90s. And of course the 90s borrowed a lot from the 60s, so we still saw a lot of that, like this keyhole accent and capri pants, which we called pedal pushers, or I did. They were everywhere. Like capri pants are underappreciated. We were so devoted to capri pants. And with Y2K being like very futuristic, it was also a really kind of androgynous time. We had a lot of celebrities in these crazy outfits, but men were wearing like shiny fabrics and tight leather pants, and they had long hair with highlights. And pixie cuts and just short hair in general was super popular for women. Like I'm pretty sure my entire 8th grade class of girls all got this haircut because of Faith Hill. Even accessories like bucket hat and these like headscarf bandanas that were super popular give kind of like a boyish vibe. And around the same time that Y2K was becoming really popular in terms of a fashion aesthetic, we started to see a lot of this surf aesthetic. And that really hung on through the McBling years, I would say. This is from a YM magazine from the year 2000, but I could totally see myself wearing a lot of this stuff still in like 2003, 2004, maybe even 2005. Platform shoes were also something that was really big in the 90s and Y2K that hung on through McBling. As well as frosted makeup, shimmery in general, that stayed through the 2000s, along with these tiny and kind of useless sunglasses. So here's a prime example of Y2K aesthetic. This is me in the year 2000. Again, shiny blue pants. Actually, everything is blue. This is my bedroom. It was all blue. The bedspread is blue. My shirt is blue with a silver star, like full-blown Y2K. Another example, this is summer 2001, I believe. I have the space buns, and then again, the blue color palette with kind of the 90s silhouette wide leg track pant. Again, 2001, fully decked in the early surf aesthetic. And then, like I said, everybody did the short hair. So here I am in, I think, 2001. Look at the zigzag part. Woo, this is so Y2K. So the full Y2K aesthetic really hung on through, I would say 2002 for me, and then I really started to see a shift in 2003. Some elements definitely hung on. So here I am in 2003. I'm still wearing capri pants. I still have my hair flipped out, but the overall aesthetic looks really different. Again, what I noticed most when I look back is the color palette. And things started to get a lot less shimmery and a lot more blingy. So again, 2003, we have the hair that's growing out, but then the blinged out Playboy bunny shirt. And then by 2004, we were in complete McBling, completely different vibe. Everything had changed. So that's my little overview of Y2K. Next time we'll tackle McBling.